Let's go. Oh yeah, the rise of a star, baby. We finally out here. It's been like 2 years trying to get this project together, man. It's been crazy. We've been through hell and back, you know what I'm saying? But otherwise, shout out to them niggas that's been there for us since day one. Trying to get this project together, you know. Everyone who believed in us. We finally out here, man, and we still have a long way to go. Yeah, shout out to you niggas. Shout out to the next one. Let's go. Man, I've been about the hustle, push us bunny every day. While these niggas chasing us, that ain't my business anyway. I've been chilling for my kaya, watching movies with my babe, reminiscing on the good times while we partying on the J. I've been grinding.
Away, it's your boy Chubby Taps, Doja says blind. Otherwise, welcome to my documentary titled The Rise of a Star.
When you talk to me, you better swim. Check up all trades, I'm the general. All black swag like a funeral. Put you in a coma like a decimal. If you own it, better,
Silela, known as T Vega. Well, I'm a producer, mixing engineer, and mastering engineer, photographer, and also a video editor, as well as qualified radio personnel, and also qualified digital mixing engineer. I started working with Chubby Taps on few songs back then from 2012, I think. When I was doing recording for him and mixing in those few songs that we did, then one of the songs was one of the best songs that we did. Even now, is still one of the rocking songs that we have. And Chubby Taps is a humble guy that I know around. Then he respects each and every person's job well as well. I have known him through this other guy. He was also a producer. Then they met, then they came to me, then we started to do a project together. Then we went on. I also transferred him to other guy who's also a good producer, because I believe in teamwork. When we do things, we work in a team. That's when we come up with good sounds that has more quality. Yeah, well, I also currently busy with two guys from outside of South Africa. Joshua, they're from Tanzania. So I was also busy with a few projects around PTA from Hammanskraal, Soshanguve. I'm working with most of the team of the guys, and also what I do, I also did script writing for State Theatre, directing, being a sound engineer for different number of plays. One of the plays that I did, which was the best, it was Kwantliziyo Ngise. That was the play that I was directing in State Theatre. Then I'm willing to work with all people with different genres of music. I also did jazz music. Then there's also these traditional songs, wedding songs that I do, which currently are also playing on radio stations. Then I'm also busy with children's arts, where I teach children how to do poetry, drama, dance. In dance, I do 5 different dances, and I also do for choreography for City of Swan for the carnival that is happening on September every year. Then now I'm currently busy searching for talent that I can groom in around PTA, because most of the guys, they know me as one of the best who do who in producing music. Then I'm currently uniting with other producers, artists, anyone who has a talent and is willing to work as a team. That's who I work with. Then together we can grow this city in making it one of the best in the entertainment industry.
Wala ba fethu nna ka lebitso ke nna Given Chilwana. I'm a DJ. And now like no ke Chubby a DJ. Thomlo tlhakana le Chubby ka 2014. Yeah, it was 2014. Tlhakana le ena naira music abeta hip hop music first time yeah. And then yeah, since there like re tsamaya di pleke tse baya ke dile mo di plekeng tse dintsi go teng and everyone or rata music wa Chubby like music wa Chubby something else ro to change game to tsia like hip hop industry hip hop music go to another level nna ke nyako bona Chubby jo like be the big artist mo Mzansi like ntle ke not go Mzansi fela around the country, you know, maybe more outside so and so yeah. And then tlhakanele batho ba baya ba re botsa ka music ba re fa like advice nyana ka music and so and then since there we didn't look back, you know. We just go forward to make this thing work. Yeah, and then music wa Chubby jo like you dope.
That's a scale, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, bro. We just wanna know, bro. How long have you known Chubby Tabs?
Hey, Chubby Tabs, dog. Hey, Chubby Tabs, we go way back. Way back, it's been like 25 years now.
Wow. So, like in terms of your relationship, how is your relationship with him?
Chubby Tabs has been like more than a neighbor to me, bro. Chubby Tabs is like a brother that I never had, you know. The only person I can only confide to, bro.
Yeah.
And Chubby Tabs is like the most open-hearted person, the friendliest I've ever known. Lomjita, we've been through so much, I'm telling you. So Chubby Tabs has been in the music industry for as long as I can remember.
So how is his music according to your scene?
Chubby Tabs' is a special breed of an artist. That's like the only thing he knows. Chubby Tabs has tried doing different things, but he always gets back to music. Music is his only passion.
So are you close to him?
Too close, as I'm saying, like he's like more like a brother to me. Chubby Tabs is the only person who knows the entire me, and I know him for who he is, and I know all his music. I've been to most of his shows, you see. Yeah, it's one of those artists who don't get the recognition they deserve, but I assure the industry that they should watch out for Chubby Tabs.
So how is he? Is he an aggressive guy, humble guy? How is he? Like emotional way, how is he?
Emotionally, Chubby Tabs. Honestly speaking, I've never seen Chubby Tabs angry. Chubby Tabs is always smiling, always high. Yeah, you can easily absorb his mood. And it's a good vibe. You only get good vibes when you with Chubby Tabs. He's a good person, I could say, all in all. Summarizing the words, someone you can stay with, you can chill with the whole day.
So do you think he's got what it takes to make it in the industry and become big?
He's got more than what it takes to get into the music industry. More than what it takes. It's just not getting the right acknowledgement, the right exposure, I could say. Yeah, but the first chance he gets, these rappers out there should just watch out for that name.
You're good. I'm chilling here with Chubby Tabs. Chubby came to see me today, pushing things.
Yeah, I knew Chubby quite a few years back now through music. As I was telling my brand, my name is Colin. I'm known as Mr. King Kong in the streets, but just another hustler from Mamelodi, same as Chubby. Me and Chubby as the same. We are birds of the same feathers. So as I was pushing my brand, I've been trying to find like prominent people that can wear my stuff. You know, people who's got substance. So Chubby was one of the nicest guy I know in the streets right now. You know, dope music, talented, humble, disciplined. Is grounded. Not to oversell him, but Chubby is one of the grounded guys that I've ever met. That's why I had the confidence to try and hook him up and bring him through so he can also wear my brand as I'm marketing the brand around Mamelodi where I stay all across all the provinces. We're trying to push the brand, but since well I'm here where I stay, where I'm based in Mamelodi, I'll pick guys like Chubby to wear my brand. I could have picked anyone. I could have went to any big guy or any number one or any celebrity. I could have went to him and try to work with him or get someone who's well known to wear my brand. But I believe in Chubby. I believe in his talent. As my homeboy, we're together, you know. Yeah, so I've heard his music. Dope performer. He's nice on stage as well. I like what he speak about in his music, what he represents. It's similar with King Kong, you know. So we're from the same township. We live in the same streets. We believe in the same thing. That's why I'm proud to have Chubby wearing my merchandise. Thanks, big boss. Thanks a lot, man. So
Sure. Let's Romando Fanda. Yeah, Rovanyana, Kachavi Tabs. Chavi Tabs again, Remito, again, artist there in a holo, Luca Ligam Saidenia East, and a Ramofrosta, and that. Yeah, Chavi Montoloring or other music, is like Nagi Mito from Gali, Montoloring Mona or other music, and too much, not Hanya, and that. Kumontolore lena nang inspire before lori get with music get over artist dina get ke ya performance ke bona Chabi ya performa ke re blaga mo jata blaga mo to ka sia go ntsa ya nang khatla thata you know.
Let's meet and talk shit, sweet and short like baby J. Eat through the throat and the juicy lips, appetizing like baby hey. Let's say she from San Tan. She calls me Lil Panta. Yo, I know who's that I got caught. Yellow bone with a mellow tone. After party, I took her home. She just me, she's all alone. On the news like I'm a king. Keep me away from Rocco King. Unlike that person.
Hi, my name is Bongani. I'm from Eastern Cape. The theater is closer. What I do basically, I manage artists, and this is one of my artists, Chubby Tabs. How I met Chubby Tabs, we met in a studio. I didn't know he was an artist. They were playing this artist, and when I asked, who is this? They told me, no man, this is the guy who raps here. I'm like, really? Is it him? They finally, like, really, is it him? Yeah, they say it's him, the guy that they've been talking about. I've heard about him before I met him. And when I heard his stuff, Asuma liked it. I don't want to lie. Asuma liked it. I like the message. I like the point of view that he has in terms of delivering his speech. He told me that if I could be able to manage him, he see a progress in his life. Because me managing artists, that's what I do the best. That's what I'm good at. Giving others opportunity to be seen without envying, without jealousy, without everything. So yeah, I told him to email me his EP, told me he had a video that he made, a promo, and he already made a proper one, which is Baby Check My Cloud. Then when he emailed to me, I was like, yeah, this is it. I've got the person that I was looking for to manage. I've listened to his stuff, and after listening to it, I saw the young man is trying to tell his story, hearing just from the tracks, him not having parents and how the life was for him and how humble he is. I saw someone that can turn the music industry in Africa, the whole continent. He can make it big. He just needed that opportunity and that platform to be there. His surrounding has been helped. He's loyal. He's willing to work with everyone. You know, even if I advise him on something, he never like reject the advice. He takes the opinion, and he show the character that I'm matured. You know, he knows the do's and the don'ts of life. And his music, he has performed around, you know. I've watched his performance like live. I've watched the young man hustling, you know. I've been with him through the journey, through the storms, through the raining days. But what I like about him, he's got that confidence of saying, I won't give up, you know. And this would go to each and every artist. And not having parents doesn't mean that you won't make it at the end, or maybe people will reject you because you don't have an income. So I was like, Chubby Tabs, let's take this thing to another level, you understand? Let's do a documentary and put this thing together so that the people can see, because the whole Pretoria knows the guy. And I used to hear about him that time I was staying at Joburg, you know. I used to hear about him that there's a guy called Chubby Tabs. He's pushing, he's working with guys that already there. But as we know in the industry, you can work with someone who are close in the media or who are close to becoming a star. All of a sudden that person starts to change his viewpoint of mind and not giving you opportunity because maybe that person is scared that you might light more than him, or you might be the star more than him. But what basically this is about, it's about teamwork. I try also as a young manager still doing it. I try also to make him understand what music is all about. I know he knows everything, but there's some certain things as a manager you should mentor your artist so that you build him for the new level of how the music basically go, you understand? So working with Chubby Tabs, for me it became a blessing. I was like, working with you, bruh, I can give all I have. And yeah, him is just so humble in terms of he understands his situation, he understands where he comes from, he knows where he wants to be. He doesn't discriminate. You might be white, you might be black, you might be Indian, you might be colored. He's willing to work with everyone who's got the passion to push and make it there. He's determined so much. He wish like everyone can have his mind of in terms of the youth of today. As we know, the youth of today, they are stuck in drugs, they are stuck in alcohol, they cannot go out, they don't go out and look for their opportunities. And I also try to motivate him that this motivation of music, it mustn't be about smoking weed. I don't smoke weed, but I don't mind someone smoking weed, but I always try to make it a point that this thing, it has to be in your genes. This thing, it has to be in your veins. This is who you want to become in life. And if you want to become someone in life, like the way he wants to do it big, you got to be humble. Eventually, I find it him humble. It's just that I was adding something in top of something that was already there, just to make it a point that representing him myself as well, I have to represent him, and representing him, I represent myself as well. And yeah, the guy has done a lot, has done a lot. In this city, they give him respect, And I didn't manage him because of the respect he gets. I manage him because I can see that the guy is ambition, and he's got that ambition, and his passion is so highly in terms of he's willing to go some certain measurements to get the deals, to get the bigger deals, to work with bigger people. He's not looking for beefs. He's not those type of guy. He's a guy that if you sit with him, you laugh. Just hearing the way he talks, the way he communicates with you, the way he respects, it's like, yeah, the guy has got what it takes. That's the reason, one of the best reasons that I was willing to manage him, you know, being his manager. It's not hard, it's not easy. It's just we have to put work, and yeah, you'll get a chance like now to hear what he says, it's on his mind, you know. You can take it from there, bro.
Aware. Well, my name is Tabang, aka Chubby Tabs. I'm a rapper from Pretoria. So basically, man, when we talk about music, like, music is very special to me, you know. After I lost like both my parents, I lost my father in 2004, then my mother in 2006. After that, I was like traumatized because I was still young, you know. I didn't even know how I was gonna like continue like live normally without my parents. But music was like my scapegoat in a way. It was like I can always run to music whenever I felt depressed and I felt suicidal and stuff. I'd like always like write a song or something like that, and it would like always uplift me in a way. So from that's when, like, as growing up, I decided to take it seriously and like take it professionally, because like it's been in me ever since I can remember. I've been doing music, like it's just been in me. I've been loving music ever since I can remember, you know. And I mean, it's been a hard journey, you know. It's been a hard journey being based here in the hood, not having investors or sponsors, you know, not even getting deals. Like, it's been hard, like, I'm not gonna lie. Even a lot of people that I started with, most of them quit along the journey, and you know, they just started doing something else. They just felt like this music thing was just too hard for them. But then with me, it was a different story, you know. I love it so much. I'm all about music, and I always tell people that I'm never gonna give up. You know, and in terms of prominency, we've come a long way, to be honest. Like, we've come a long way. I've worked with like prominent producers as well. I've opened stages for like big artists, like artists in the music industry, like Casper Vesto, Kemal Mkulked, and the list goes on, you know. And like everything for me, to be honest, changed when I released a song in 2015 called Baby Jake Matlala. Like, that's when everything went viral, and that's when I started realizing that the dream is now coming true, you know, for me. So like, on 2015, we also shot a promo video. You know, I had guys helping me shoot a promo video, you know. And I mean, later on within the same year, we also got to shoot its official music video, you know. And thanks to everyone who partook, you know, who helped me to shoot the 2 videos for the single. You know, thanks to everyone who's been there for me since day one, trying to keep this whole thing alive for me, you know, because obviously you can't work alone, like, it's hard. So you have to have a team, you know. So I have a team of very dedicated people who are willing to put their lives on the line and who are willing to work without compensation, because they understand how big the dream is. You know, like, I shout out to like my graphic designer, my engineer, my producers, you know, everyone I work with, even my manager, the guy who's taken this documentary, you know, Tabo Tivera, you know. So like I'm saying, it's been a long journey, but we're never giving up. You know, bottom line of the story is that we're never giving up. I also just released my EP titled The Rise of a Star. It's available on Audio Mac and SoundCloud and Slika on Live. You know, so like after I met Bongan and he listened to the EP, he's the one who told me, you know what, here you've got the whole thing. Like, that EP, that's the one we're hoping to break into the market and make it big with. And like songs like Baby Jake Matala are in there. We also have a song in there, big song called Girl Next Door, which we also released as well, you know. So basically, I'm also trying to tell artists in the industry that, you know, look out, I'm coming. You know, and we're coming strong, and I promise you, once we get there, we're gonna change the whole game, you know, because of passion and because of, you know, we understand that before we even think about the money, we think about the music. You know, we are musicians before anything else. So our passion and dedication, I'm sure,
it's not gonna go unnoticed, you know. So like basically those are some of the struggles I faced in this music journey, you know, working with people, lost a couple of people, but I kept on going hard, and hopefully things are about to look out for us, you know, we're almost there. You know, we've worked so much to a point that even when we find a deal or we find an investor, no, they'll just see that it's like, you know, when you make a fire, everything is there. We only short of that spark, that one matchstick to get this whole thing burning. You know, we've been putting in the necessary hours. I've got a daughter. Her name is Eleni. I remember even after my girlfriend gave birth, you know, I couldn't even spend time with them because I was always on the road trying to hustle. And to be honest, my daughter is the one who inspires me a lot, who made me want to do music, who made me want to take it up a notch. Because me looking at her, by the way, the name Eleni is Greek. In English it means shining light. So she's like my shining light. Like, just thinking about her just makes me want to go out there and hustle for her, because I don't want her to live or to grow up how I grew up. You know, I'm trying to make a change for that. You know, I'm trying to make a change in the community because of where we come from. There isn't a lot of inspirations. You know, the only people who've got top money are like you know, like thugs and all that, you know. So they've never seen someone like who followed the dream through up until they made it, you know. So I'm trying to prove to them that it's possible. It's not about your background. It's not about what you have or who you have. It's not all about that. It's not about if you're poor or rich. It's just about you keeping your eyes on the prize, you know, going through the trials and tribulations, you know. So like basically, yeah, that's it about me and what I've been through and what I'm doing and where I'm hoping to get at, you know. Otherwise, one love. First time naipona, she was super fly like a baller, and I was super high like a dollar. Let's meet and talk, she's sweet and short like baby Jake. It's with a fork and the juicy lips, appetizing like baby hay. They say she from Senten, she calls me Le Benten. Yellow bone with a mellow tone. After party I took her home. She tunes me, she's all alone. I said like on her knees like I'm a king. Keep me awake, Morocco king. All night till I pass out. Knock me out on that fourth round. She wanted hata motata. Are chari wankata. Are ita mama kawata. No mother and I grew up with no father. I made it with no Zaka, living life with no matata. Said I grew up with no mother and I grew up with no father. I made it with no Zaka, living life with no matata. No stress, I'm so blessed. And now I'm headed to the top, catch me if you can. My nigga, I'll be in my zone, catch me if you can. And now I'm headed to the top, catch me if you can. My nigga, I'll be in my zone, catch me if you can. Yeah, I hear the tires steady screeching, pastor out here steady preaching. I've been cool